financial solutions specialist and tax manager. Guys, good morning. Welcome.
Good morning, Brad. Good morning, Brad.
Nice to have you around. So over the next few weeks, you're going to be seeing and hearing more of the team, and we're very grateful to be able to share their journey. Today, we're going to be chatting a little bit about something that boggled my mind, and that's why I asked Almarie, what do you know about all these kinds of things? Very little, which is why we need professional people to be able to step into our businesses and for us as individuals as well and help us to figure out how all of these things work. So I'm going to start with James. He's a professional accountant. He's the founder of Accountuit. He's a futurist, deeply excited about shaping the future and exploring how it all looks and how it all works. Let's start with you, James. What has inspired you to start this accounting firm on cloud accounting?
Yeah, so before we start, maybe people always say, "Yeah, they're so terrible with numbers and they're so horrible with accounting and all of that." So I said, "Yeah, well, leave it to us. Make me write the radio ad, and you'll see, you'll see." So like you say, everyone's got their thing, but I think we can all agree that a tax in South Africa, especially maybe, is a bit of a grudge purchase, right? And unfortunately, accounting is the thing people do because they need to know how much tax to pay, right? And I think the other thing we can agree on maybe is that it's pretty tough to start a small business in South Africa. And that's kind of where we set out with Accountuit when we started it in 2017, is to change accounting from a grudge purchase to a value-adding service, right? And that's taking it away from a government-mandated something and rather make it a tool in your business, so that you can use the financial information that comes out of there to really make sound financial decisions and grow and to use it to help and grow and scale your business. Because if you're only doing the accounting and the tax part of it because it's a statutory compliance, SARS mandated, like you say, we also sometimes use SARS as the boogeyman when we're trying to get info out of clients, but SARS has become this boogeyman, and that's what started accounting. And we set out to just change the perception of it, that it's actually a tool. It's actually something that really should be such a big part of your business and help you manage and create the business. And so we set out in 2017 with a mission of helping our clients build great companies. And that goes beyond the accounting. I think we use the accounting as the foundation on which we then provide our service. And so we're a cloud accounting firm. We came from an accounting firm where they use DOS. And for the listeners that can't see me, I'm not that old. I'm actually quite a young guy, so I wasn't supposed to be working on DOS. And so we pivoted the other way and said, let's embrace technology and let's go that route. And so we started a cloud accounting firm, and that's really allowed us to spend, where processing of financial information, of the data you send, of the bank statements and the invoices used to take 90% of your accountant's time. We've used technology to make that really minimal, and it's allowed us to focus on the reporting, to focus on what do these numbers actually say, rather than just summarizing historical data, right? Because if you're doing that, it's like driving a car and only looking in the rearview mirror, right? You're driving the car, but you're only looking backwards because you've only got information from backwards. So what we aim to do with and what the technology has allowed us to do is to at least look out of the side windows and preferably out of the windscreen of the car, and that allows you to run your business forward looking and with real time financial info.
How do you tailor make something for each business? Not everyone is the same. Not the compliance is all different. So how do you create these different packages for the different needs?
Yeah, that's where our financial solution specialist Tanya really carries her weight in gold. So when we set out, one of the big things or problems our clients had was they kept on getting these surprise bills from their accountants. And it's this once a year engagement you have with your client, with your accountant, and then all of a sudden you get a bill, and you just get bills during the year as well. And people didn't understand, because they didn't use accounting as a function in their firm. They didn't understand why they kept on getting bills. So we looked at it a bit differently. We said, well, let's take whatever the accounting needs were going to be for your business and for you personally during a year, take those fees, divide them by 12, and we get into a retainer package. So we've kind of refined that, and where we had packages in the past, we now tailor make every package, and that's where someone like Tanya is so important. Is that when you contact our firm and when you get to Tanya, we send Tanya to you or you come to us, and she really sits and takes the time to understand what it is your company does, what it needs from an accounting perspective, and what the financial systems look like, and then we tailor make, including the software analysis that you need to get this. So, including the software analysis, we then figure out what it is you need and where we can add value, and we build a accounting package off the back of that.
So what's the difference between the regular standard kind of accounting that we've always known and cloud-based? What are some of the advantages of one over the other, the newer technology over the older school way of doing accounting?
Yeah, I think that the biggest advantage is the time your accountant spends is not on capturing the data. Because you're paying pretty well qualified people to capture data, and that's terrible. So what we do is we use the technology. Well, I'm saying technology, it's software. I'm reluctant to say technology because it kind of scares people off, and I think that's one of the misconceptions of it. It's so simple. They write the software for the entrepreneur, not for the accountant. But so for me, the biggest advantage is the fact that your accountant is now spending time on the reports, on presenting what the info says to you, instead of just capturing it and giving you an income expense statement and letting you figure it out on your own. And I think the accounting industry as a whole is kind of pivoting that way, where everyone's starting to use the technology to process the accounts in a more meaningful way. And I think so maybe just to add to that, is in the past you'd have your set of accounts and the accountant would have his set of accounts. And you'd kind of process and do the internal accounting on your side, and you'd send everything to the accountant, and he'd process and everything, and he'd send it back. Whereas with cloud accounting, for example, we're all working on the same set of accounts. The one you log into is the same one I log into. The one you're issuing invoices on is the one I'm doing tax journals on. And it's all in real time, right? So as soon as I do the journal, it shows on your side. As soon as you do the invoice, it shows on our side. And I think that's whereas your accountant used to be this external services provider, you are now like an integrated accounting partner rather than it's almost like an internal function that's outsourced.
As ek so luister na julle, dink ek sommer by myself, daar's 'n groot sielkundige komponent gekoppel aan mense en soos jy ook genoem het aan syfers en hoe ons daarna kyk in ons besighede miskien. Maar dit klink my iets wat uitstaan by julle is laat dit regtig daai gemoedsrus gee dat jy hoef nie vaardig te wees nie, maar dat dit regtig vir jou baie insig gaan gee oor jou besigheid, maar is meer 'n deurlopende proses. Dis nie net van, een keer 'n jaar vrek, ons moet nou die jaar eind, alles moet klop ensovoorts nie. Ja,
absoluut. Jy slaan nie spykers so op die kop met as jy dit sê, is dat jy weet, ons werk met entrepreneurs en daar's 'n baie groot, ekskuus vir die Engels, maar die disconnect tussen accountants en entrepreneurs. Ons dink net heeltemal anders en dis goed so, maar so ons het daai bridge that gap 'n klein bietjie probeer doen en dit is so, jy weet, ons wil nie daai grudge purchase wees nie. Mense sien hulle accountants 1 keer 'n jaar want hy wil. As hy hom 0 keer 'n jaar kon sien, sou hy, jy weet. So ons is anders. Ons probeer daai maandelikse koneksie maak. Ons probeer regtig, ons sê fit in seamlessly in jou besigheid en eintlik maar as 'n funksie van jou besigheid wees eerder as daai. Ek hou dit aan sê, maar I grudge purchase.
We've just got a few seconds together still, and I know Tanya's sitting here as well, and you're wondering what's up with Tanya. Well, Tanya's just going to be on the radio next week, and we're going to be together for the next few weeks. So Tanya getting a feel for things. So I'm going to bring Tanya in here, and we can close together. Tanya's mense nou luister en sy sê, okay, ek wil 'n bietjie meer uitvind oor Accountuit en dalk kontak maak, sal webtuiste, telefoonnommer, iets wat mense kan skakel of waar hulle kan kyk om meer uit te vind van julle.
Ja, beslis, baie dankie Brad. So hulle kan ons skakel op ons landlyn 021 204 4896 of e-pos by info@accountuit.co.za en ek maak dan onmiddellik met julle kontak en ons vat dit van daar af.
Can you spell that Accountuit for us? Because people are saying that's how does that work? Is there a CH in there? Is
skieurig oor
there?
die betekenis, hoe jy by die naam uitgekom het asseblief.
Ja, so ons het maar net gesê, kyk ons wil 'n accounting intuitive maak vir die entrepreneur.
Ah,
So it's eintlik intuitive accounting en so dit Accountuit geraak. So ja,
Aha.
ons het gedog ons maak dit maklik vir mense.
As jy Afrikaans is, gaan vir account uit.
Ja.
Dan
Dis
sê
jou spel.
Ja, jy sit hom so
Maar
account
ja,
uit.
dis nie heeltemal reg nie.
Ja, net so.
So dit is ACC OINTUIT.
Daar het jy dit, Accountuit. And you'll be hearing more about it on the air. You'll be hearing more about it in exactly the same time frame as you have today over the next few weeks. And we'll welcome more of the team here together with James and Tanya. We look forward to meeting them and chatting about the things, as somebody says on the WhatsApp line. I'm going to read it quickly because it's totally pertinent. Give me a pen and I'll write you a story or a poem or a drawing. And you give my sister a pen and she'll work out the budget.
Yeah, there you go.
So that's really how
That's right,
we all differ. So we love that. Thanks for sharing, Andre. Thanks, James. Thank you, Tanya. As you see, the time flies by. We will connect with you in a week from now. Thanks so much. Don't forget to find out more about Accountuit. You can do so online. ACCOUNTUIT. Here's Stella together with Worship Awake taking us to news at 7 o'clock. This is Get Up and Go Breakfast. Welcome to your Friday.
On the mountain.